You're listening to Keenan Graves' QuickCast, Episode 4. Alright, so to kick things off today, I thought we could maybe just talk about some of the games we kind of both talked about this week together. One game came out on the iPhone store, or the App Store. You actually turned me on to this one, Warbits, and I downloaded it.
It didn't just come out. It's been out.
How long has it been out?
I'm not sure exactly how long it's been out. For a little bit at least. I just saw that it went down in price to 99 cents temporarily, and they had some new update. So that's what brought me to it.
Well, it's pretty cool. It's you know a lot more about this than I do, but it's like Advance Wars.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as Advance Wars, except the presentation I don't think is as nice as Advance Wars. Like, you don't see the cool little animations when the fights happen the same way. But other than that, the mechanics are exactly the same. The building, capturing, down to the units. It's pretty much Advance Wars.
And they seem to have like a quirkiness to it. I've been playing through the single player campaign because there's a single player campaign. There's a single player mode and a versus mode. And in the single player mode, there's a campaign and a challenge mode. And then in the versus mode, there's a tag match and a custom match that you can do. So I've actually only played up to this point the single player campaign, and I think I'm on like somewhere in Sector 2, which isn't very far. But basically, I don't know if they're fighting each other with memes or what these race of people are doing. But basically, they like insult each other, and
Aren't they robots?
I don't know if they're robots, but it's apparently like some way that this warring civilization used to actually fight. Now they've taken their fighting into some kind of digital realm where nothing can actually affect real life. So it's kind of cool.
It's the kind of thing where I don't think anybody's playing it for the plot.
No, and that's kind of what I was getting at.
It's a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, it's a turn-based strategy game like Advance Wars. Some of the things I'm just still picking up on are the subtle strategies that I think a lot of Advance Wars players might be better at than me. Kind of like overextending or luring people into like traps where you've got like artillery units kind of like waiting in trees so they can't be seen through the fog of war. I don't know, how far have you gotten any far in it?
I'm like 5 or 6 levels in.
So we're potentially the same distance then, or the same amount in.
Fog of War yet, so I'm not that far.
Oh, okay. I'm a couple levels into Fog of War. It's pretty cool though. Like when you get to the ability to build stuff, and I don't know, it actually ramps up in difficulty. And I had to replay one of the levels. I think it was the first level where you get to build things.
The Advance Wars was like the difficulty on those got like pretty high.
Well, I mean, I'm talking.
Especially if you want to get like a good score.
Oh yeah, I don't know about getting a good score. Like on a lot of these levels, like on one of them, it was telling me you win by capturing the base, and I won by just defeating all the enemy's units because capturing the base was too hard. And it's like, well, that wasn't how I wanted you to win it, but good job. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think there's a lot of unit diversity, and like you said, the game was on sale for 99 cents. So it was like,
I don't know if there's boats. Are there boats?
There's air units. I haven't gotten to the point of there being boats yet.
Yeah,
so
I don't know if there's boats or not, but if there's not boats, then there's like the regular infantry, then like the mech. They call it, well, at least in Advance Wars, it was the mech infantry, but it's not like a mech like what you'd think. They just shoot rockets. And then you've got, I don't know if they have a recon.
They do.
Unit.
Yeah, they do.
But they have the APC, and then the smaller tank, and then the medium tank, which is like the larger tank. And then they've got the artillery, and then the rocket, and the two forms of anti-air. One is the dual guns. That's also good against infantry, and then the other one is like a rocket battery.
Yeah, I like the different strategies that you can use with the different units, and the only way I won that level was by luring the computer basically into a trap. I baited him with my APC, and then behind the trees I had a bunch of major artillery and kind of smashed him to pieces. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It says it's on sale for 99 cents, and I think it still is. and the price goes up to $4.99 soon. And it's just a buy before the price goes up kind of deal. So that's Warbits for I think it's at least iOS. I don't know what else it's on. I can post those notes in the show notes, but overall, really fun game, and I think it has local and online multiplayer. So I think we could actually try this one out when I come over and when we're playing together.
Okay.
Another game. Have you tried this one? It's called Mousebot.
No, I've not heard. I don't know. I don't think I've heard of that.
All right, we'll look this one up. I think it was like, it might have been like, or no, it's free. Okay, that's what it is. It's free unless you want to unlock unlimited lives. Otherwise, so far, there's been the option to watch an ad to get more lives. But basically, you go through levels, and you get to play as like a little mechanical mouse in a maze that's kind of run by cats. And this like head cat kind of like reminds me of like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. He's having his mouse or his cat minions devise the ultimate mouse killing machine. And so you're playing this mechanical mouse that runs through a maze, and the camera is behind the mechanical mouse that you're controlling, and you can steer left, right, and jump. And you have to avoid things like smashing hammers.
One of those endless runners.
It's not an endless runner because you actually get to the end, and you have to collect cheeses, and you have to complete objectives like collect 15 cheese before the end of the level. And there'll be things like smashy arms, spiky roll balls, laser beams. There's even this one part where it tries to like drown you. And you get to get cool things like when you collect cheese, you can cash like 100 cheese in for a random aesthetic or cosmetic item. So like right now, my mouse, I'm gonna take a picture of this for the blog. My mouse is a like spiky mouse with what kind of ears do I have on right now? I might have taken off my ears, but you can wear things like chef hats, and it's pretty cool. And then you can buy it for $2.99 to give yourself unlimited lives and disable the ads, which so far maybe I'm missing something, haven't been obtrusive, so I'm playing for free. But it's called Mousebot Escape from Cat Lab. Are you playing? How about you? Playing anything else on the iOS lately?
On the phone? No. Well, yeah, I've been playing. Have you ever heard of Bloons Tower Defense?
I've heard of it. That's like BLOO, right? Bloons.
Yeah, BLOON, like because they're balloons. I think they were originally Flash games. I remember playing one of them on. I don't remember what website it was, but yeah, it's like a Flash tower defense, and I've seen it for a while, and I know it's been on like the top of like the grossing lists or whatever. And I don't know, I just felt like a tower defense, so I got it, and I always liked playing it because the towers are neat.
Bloons TD5, is that it?
Yeah.
It's $2.99 right now.
I don't know if it was when I got it or if it was like 99 cents. I don't really remember. But I mean, yeah, I like it. It's fun.
This looks fun. Just I guess we can just continue with the iOS theme here, or the mobile theme. Another game I was playing, I don't know if it came out recently or not. It's called, I have to open up the app to remember the name, Blocky Castle. And it's basically like a swipe/tap to move, and your goal is to like circle around these really tall towers, and it looks like a Minecraft style graphics, but more stylized and cartoony. And you have to avoid obstacles and get to the top of the tower, and it's free and it's fun. Annoyingly, you have to watch ads though if you don't disable them by paying, but that one's pretty fun. Blocky Castle. And then another one I'm playing lately is Tower Conquest. That's also free, and it's like it reminds me of like one of those games where you're building up points, and it's almost like not really a MOBA, but like you have to send waves of guys at the enemy's tower to destroy it.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember what like Hero Line Wars.
Yes, so imagine Hero Line Wars, but it's side-scrolling left and right, and you have a tower on the left and your enemy's on the right. And you build.
Oh, that sounds like you remember Castle Storm?
Okay, yeah, it's exactly like Castle Storm then, except you're not
Castle
fighting.
Storm you also shoot.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, except you don't do that.
Well, Castle Storm, you shoot like a ballista, and then you send out units.
This one is just sending units, but each of your towers have a special ability. So the tower that I've currently been using can send a fireball. Different towers do different things, but so you can build your team up with different units. Like I have on my team right now, I can send Black Knights, Archers, Shield bots, big skeleton boss guys, and basically as you build up energy throughout the level, you can upgrade how much energy your max energy you can hold and send bigger units. So it's pretty fun actually, and it's completely free. You just can only play so many times, or lose, or play so many times in a row. That's a really fun one. And then let's see. Lastly, I think I've just been messing around in nothing worth noting here really. It's just like a Smurfs bubble popper game. You shoot the bubbles. Smurfs bubble story.
It's kind of sad that this is what we're talking about.
I don't know. I just got back from traveling, so I played a lot of iOS games, but we don't have
You
to
could
go
have Switch.
What? Say that again?
You could have brought your Switch.
I wasn't gonna bring my Switch to Las Vegas.
Portable.
I didn't want to do that. This, as portable with air quotes as the Switch is, I would be terrified to like bring it and not. I don't know. I'm not there yet. Let's just say that. Okay, so that's that with the iOS games. Unless you wanted to mention any more.
I don't got anything else to say.
Okay. Just randomly, I haven't even run this by you yet. What would you say if I asked you to play EverQuest with me on the brand new progression server that they're launching in May?
Just regular EverQuest?
So basically, it's what they're calling you know what a progression server is, right? They release the
Yeah,
expansions.
and they
Okay.
go on.
This one they're going to stop at Plains of Power, which is shortly after you and I stopped playing. But every
Shortly after we stopped playing was right when Lukeland launched.
okay, so it went Lukeland, and then I think it went Lukeland, then Plains of Power. I could verify that again. I don't remember, but basically, it's going to release, and then every so many weeks, or like every 3 months rather, it's going to release a new expansion. So it comes out May 24th, and then they're going to release Kunark, Velios, Shadows of Lukeland, Plains of Power kind of thing, or Dungeons and Norath, Plains of Power, and then like they're going to stop in the Plains of Power era. But I mean that's like a year, more than a year. That's like how many years? Like almost 2 years of EverQuest progression. But it's old school. It's old school, but they sped up the experience a little bit, so it's not as old school obnoxious. And there are some quality of life improvements.
Gotta move on past EverQuest, because it was great, and it's a kind of experience that you can't really replicate again. I mean, I guess maybe that's just for anybody's first MMO experience. But I mean, you've played that game to death.
It's not really. Maybe. Okay, maybe. But if you think about it,
you keep going back to it. I mean, honestly, like you're like the metaphorical equivalent to those guys stuck in high school.
I don't know if that's fair, but
I think it's very fair and generous, actually. But I mean, because there's a lot of good games you have not played.
Okay.
And I think that it'd be great if you moved on and tried.
Like what? Name one that I should play instead.
I've tried you to get. You love Assassin's Creed games.
I've played.
You
them
love
all.
Lord of the Rings. I've tried so many times to get you to play Shadows of Mordor, and you just haven't. It's
Okay.
better than Assassin's Creed, I think, and it's Lord of the Rings, so that's great. But you still haven't played it.
Do I have your copy in my place?
I don't think so.
Okay, well
I
then
think I eventually just took it back.
Okay, I'm gonna take your copy then, and I will play Shadows of Mordor if you will roll a character in EverQuest with me. And
I roll an EverQuest character.
it's just $15 a month, and they'll give you
Oh,
all the.
it's a subscription one. It's not like one of those like bootleg servers.
No, it's not. It's not a bootleg server. It's an actual. So SOE became Daybreak Games, right? So Daybreak Games has been making progression servers, and this one is you can't have multiple characters on the same computer, so there's no multi-boxing on the same computer. There's no they don't allow any macro systems. They're gonna police that kind of thing. Fingers crossed. I won't make any promises to you. And then but anyway, like I could play a healer, or you could play like a druid. I could play a monk, or a warrior or something, and we could kind of duo together. Or maybe I could be a necro, you could be mage, we could be gnomes, and we could play. It could be a lot of fun going through all that old content.
When you think about it and you remember back, yeah, it sounds tempting, but I don't think like the mechanics of the game itself. I don't think they've aged well.
Okay, I will refute that because the mechanics are what make it better.
No, but I mean like the UI and
No,
everything.
the UI is there's quality of life improvements. So there's like there's improvements all around, and the UI is perfectly fine. The UI is just as good or better than World of Warcraft's UI without mods. Seriously, it's not that bad. There's no like those sidebars anymore or anything. So I don't know. Think about it. Just imagine this, and I'm gonna abuse nostalgia here, but imagine Steam Font Mountains, our gnomes running around together. I'm summoning a skeleton, you're summoning a mage pet, or whatever we decide to play, and killing skeletons, getting loot drops, not traveling at nighttime because it's too dangerous. What do you think?
I mean, it's hard. I don't know, because I mean, looking at it with nostalgia glasses, yeah, that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, but I don't know if it necessarily is. Plus, it's never just you and me. There's like, always a bunch of other people, and some of those people I don't really like.
Okay.
To be honest.
Well, think about it. You and I could level together, and you get a stipend of daybreak points that you can spend on.
Oh, daybreak points.
Maybe I should have left that part out, but
What could that possibly get you?
Okay, so here's how it works. With daybreak, well, in order to play on the time lock progression servers, you have to have what was the equivalent of the Sony All Access Pass, right? Where you got to play all their games for one subscription. Well,
Yeah.
now it's called the Daybreak. I don't know. Maybe it's the Daybreak All Access Pass, which doesn't say a whole lot. But basically, you can for $15.99 you get a stipend of points that you can spend on any of their game cash shops. And on the progression server, you can spend. You get a stipend of points every month that your subscription is active, and you can spend them on things like.
Is an EQ1?
Say it again.
What kind of cash shop is there in EQ1?
That's what I was getting at. You can buy things like bigger bags. You can buy EXP potions, so that it can go a little bit faster. Like I'm talking like double your experience potion for like 3 hours.
I mean, I don't know. If I was going to go back and play one of these old games, I'd be more inclined to play something that I don't remember so well. I remember EverQuest so well. I can map out the whole game in my head. Not the whole game, but I can map out all of the original 3 continents and probably half of Kunark. I never got to Velios, but...
Right, and I mean, doesn't it sound fun to return to Kunark, Lake of Ilomin and stuff?
Yeah, but it also would be like... like I was saying, I'd be more interested in playing, something else that I haven't really experienced all of. Like, did you play EverQuest 2?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I went back and played more EverQuest 2 than you ever did.
Did you ever do like the evil stuff?
Yeah,
never
so
did any of that stuff.
well, what do you mean what do you mean evil stuff?
Like the evil side. Like we only
Yes.
ever did the Kino side.
No, that's not true. Remember when we went back and made trolls? Remember
I
that? Or
don't-
not trolls,
that-
ogres. We were ogres. And we started in Neriak, remember when Kunark or whatever that expansion was came out?
I don't think that was me.
That was
'cause I don't.
you. I'm gonna pull it up right now on the blog.
All right.
I'm Googling it right now. Remember, I'm going to read you off your name. If you go on the blog right now in the search bar, what are you looking for? Type EverQuest 2. Scroll, I write about EverQuest a lot. Let's see here. Gonna find it. Remember, we made trolls. One of us had a robe on. They looked they looked tall and not fat like the EverQuest
just
1
don't-
ogres.
I don't think we would do that because I hate EQ2 trolls. They ruined
No,
them.
we were ogres, not trolls. Let's see if I can bring it up here. We totally remember playing. We went back into. You have to remember playing.
I don't remember doing that. I remember playing originally, without you, and then I remember playing as the Rumblebilly Boys, and then
Yes, we did that. That was way
then it
before
kind of
this.
bleeds into Vanguard, and I can't really remember the difference.
No, Vanguard, we were dwarves. Okay, here it is. Froob and Frob. Remember Froob and Frob?
That sounds like something I would do,
Yeah.
but I don't remember it.
Sounds like something you would do. You're the one that came up with the names. I think you were Froob and I was Frob. Um, what classes were we? Hang on.
Dude, did we get to like what level 7 and then I
No, I
quit?
think we got into the teens and then you quit.
Yeah, that's like not a lot.
It's called Keen and Grave. Oh yeah, Keen and Grave do EverQuest 2. That's the name of the blog post. Um,
Yeah, that's from basically it sounds like that lasted a week.
this was this was back in 2007, May of 2007.
Wow, EQ2 is old.
Yeah, EQ2 is really old, dude. It came out before WoW, like a couple months. So you
Are
were
they working on the next EverQuest stuff, or did they completely scrap
no
that?
man. It's been scrapped for so long that got canceled.
So that and the one you dropped like $100 on.
Oh, they're both long gone.
Ouch.
So I was playing a dirge named Rarg, and then we created Froob and Frob. I was Frob the Ogre Fury, and you were Froob the Ogre Coercer, or maybe vice versa.
What those are? Those classes?
Yeah, they're classes. And then we must have quit by the time we were like level 5. No, we got further than that. I think it's one of those classic
Who owns
cases.
Vanguard now?
What?
Who owns Vanguard? Did they ever go back and fix that?
I think Vanguard got shut down.
Really?
Yeah, Vanguard's gone. Um, yeah, I even have a post from 2013 where I played Vanguard again. But anyway, okay, back on topic. If you don't want to go back and play EverQuest, at least come up with an MMO to play, because I kind of have the MMO bug. I want to play an MMO again.
No, but there's not any new ones, and
Okay, my point. That's my entire point. So let's play EverQuest. Anyway, think about it. All right, we'll move on. Um,
Is there really like no new MMOs?
there's
That are not
nothing
like
coming out for MMOs, and this is maybe the topic we can end on, is that there's nothing coming out for MMOs anywhere in the near future.
well, like what about that? The one you have pledged to Camelot thingy.
Oh yeah, Camelot Unchained. Looking forward to it, but not this
I mean,
year.
is that ever actually going to be a thing?
Yeah. Mark
Or is
Jacobs.
that vaporware?
Every single day, Mark Jacobs and the team do their live streams and their videos and their newsletters and stuff. So that's definitely a thing.
Is that
But
like gonna happen, or is he gonna Peter Molyneux it?
no, it's gonna happen. But it's not anywhere in the near future. And I mean, they haven't even actually entered beta yet. So let's just
And there's absolutely no other MMOs on the horizon.
0.
You've checked.
There's Crowfall, which is still a far ways off, and that's going to be a complete and utter failure. There's Crowfall is a game that's trying to be like, it's trying to. I wrote a blog post on this one too. If you scroll down to the one called "How to Spot a PvP MMO Stinker,"
I'm not on there right now. I'm not on my computer, so you'll have to tell me that.
All right. Well, I just wrote a blog on this like a week ago, called "How to Spot a PvP MMO Stinker," and I named 3 things that are indicative of a failure: early access for an MMO, PvP MMO, early access, enforced player caps on battles, meaning like it's only 60v60 or only 10v10, and then your little battle contributes to the bigger overall picture. Those I think that's a sign of failure. And then no persistence. So like there's resets and regular win conditions. So like, you know, it's like almost like campaign like where your 10v10 contributes points to another big pool of points. And
That's just like For Honor multiplayer.
no,
You know?
well, yeah, well
Kinda-
that's
They've
remember-
done that in so many different kinds of games.
and
Like Bad Chrome Hounds, I remember on the Xbox.
well, and my point
but
is
just a bunch of small played games that contribute to overall progress bar. Sometimes they unlock new and special missions and circumstances, but overall, it's not, like you're saying, a persistent experience.
exactly, and that in my opinion, those 3 things are guaranteed failures for MMOs that want to fall into this category. And then you want to like solidify that with the cherry on top. You throw in like a shtick or like a theme. It's like oh, our game has base building, or it's a survival MMO with PvP sides, and or the new popular one for WoW there was the whole MOBA MMO experience. But they're all gimmicks, and games like Crowfall are gonna flop. There's one that's recently been announced by a bunch of I mean, this is their claim to fame, WoW devs that are making a game called Rend. That's gonna flop because that follows the same formula. Basically, all the games that are coming up that are going to be PvP games follow this failure formula. Not that I'm super excited about PvP, um, but other than that, I can't name a single MMO that's coming out. And the sad thing is, you go to all the MMO news sites out there, and it's almost like they've been bought out by the East. It's all of those, the Asian grinder MMOs and um, like
What's that one with like the scary looking real people?
I don't know.
I
That's like half the Asian MMOs.
they post pictures of like the realistic characters they make.
Oh, I don't know. Terra or something?
No, I don't know. Like Black Desert.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's like that one, and then I'm scrolling down through some of these MMO news sites
I
these
wish
days.
that we would get Dragon Quest 11. That'd be awesome. But
But
it's never happened. But actually, I gotta wonder, since the Switch is region free, I mean, the game would run on our Switch. Of course, everything would be in Japanese. But I wonder if there's any way that you can get a subscription if you're not in Japan. Maybe if you had a proxy or something.
Isn't that the point of a VPN?
Or yeah, VPN, whatever. I don't know how that stuff works. But yeah, if you can make them think that you're in Japan, I mean, yeah, I mean, eventually you learn. I mean, people play imported games even though they don't understand them, they get guides, and I'm sure people have made. I mean, yeah, even now, I'm sure people have already made guides on how to play these games and what things say. I don't know. I mean, I'd look into that. That'd be fun. Because I seriously doubt they're ever going to localize it. I mean, it's been out since it came out originally on the Wii, and then was it on the Wii, and then they brought it to the Wii U, and then they brought it to the Switch. I don't know if it's out on the Switch yet, but
Well, how would we import Dragon Quest 11?
well, I mean, you can like you'd import any game. There are import websites like PlayAsia and a bunch of other ones. Sometimes you can even find them on Amazon. I mean, they ship from Japan, or you can just straight up order from Amazon Japan.
Amazon Japan. Well, I mean, that might be worth looking into.
Or
but
if it's on the eShop eventually, you could just make a Japanese eShop account and then just buy and download it.
yeah, there it is. Dragon Quest 11. I'm on Amazon Japan.
When's it come out?
I don't speak the.
Well, if you go to the bottom, they sometimes have language options, and you might be able to set it to English.
All right, hang on here. I understand that word, Panasonic. Where's the browse in English button? I don't know. I'll do this later. But basically, that's interesting. Amazon Japan is a scary place. I'm closing that. Okay. Well, anyway, think about EverQuest. I think we could have a lot of fun in that. And then I think the next game we have coming out here soon, which we both already pre-ordered, is Mario Kart 8 Enhanced or Ultimate Edition, or what's that called?
I'm not sure. It's whatever the Switch version's called.
Okay. Well, we've got that coming out. But all right, I guess we can wrap it up there. Kind of just like a all over the place conversational episode. But if you're listening to this and you want to get notified of when our newest episodes are available, when Graev and I just shoot the breeze about whatever is gaming related on our minds, follow us on iTunes. You can sign up to receive email notifications on the blog, and I will post all the information and links from this episode in our write-up. This is Keenan Graev with the Keenan Graev QuickCast. Thanks for listening.